Got a 2019 BMW 520i X-Drive. Doing a pan. So they tell you to drop the subframe, do a bunch of unnecessary stuff, when really all you got to do is, as you see, this is the passenger side. Get your axles out. This is for your rack. It's your harness. Just get that out of the way so you can remove your rack. Do everything. Same thing on your driver's side. And then there's a little shield that goes in there. Go ahead and remove that. I believe it's T30s. You're gonna need T30s. Size is this. This is, you're gonna need like an E14 for your pan bolts. You're gonna need a E12. You're gonna need a 17 Allen. But anyways, I'm gonna move your axles. I went ahead, remove your sway bars. Those are inverted Torx. And then you're gonna remove your rack. Remove the harness from your rack. Here it is. Here are the two back bolts that hold this on. One right there. One right there on that side. And I believe these are 18s. And then the brackets for the sway bar is what holds the front of it up. You can see it right here. These are the brackets for it. Then there's your sway bar. There's my axle. And here's the axle housing. Bolts right there. 13mm bolts hold this on. Get that out of there. Remove your starter. You'll have 1, 2. There's another one right there. There's your third one. And then you got, move all of your pan bolts. You got 3 right here. 1, 2, and then 3. Then you're going to remove this. This has 4 bolts that hold it on. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Unbolt this. If you don't have a inverted Torx, you can use an 11mm 12-point wrench to get these off. And then it just pops right out of there. And then you can set it up here out of your way, and you can get to these bolts that are behind here. That way you don't have to drop the cross member and all that ridiculous stuff. And you don't have to support your engine. So of course, disconnect your battery before you do this. Remove your starter. Before you put these wires back on, I'm sure you'll know after removing them, you just don't forget your cover that goes on your pan. And then also You got your sensor that goes right here, 3 10mm nuts. But yeah, you don't have to remove all the things they tell you to remove. I did disconnect coolant hoses from this little secondary radiator, just so I didn't break them while I was removing stuff. But that's pretty much it. You got to move your liner, all your plastics, get those out of the way. You got your wishbones that go to your struts, which I believe is this 21 nut, 18 head. And you got this is your pinch bolt, inverted Torx, 14mm. Yeah, move your sway bar links, of course, your outer tie rods, all that good stuff. Yep. And then this bolt goes in here. I believe that's a 16. But not too bad of a job. Just a bunch of stuff to get out of your way. Once you get everything out of your way, it's pretty accessible. Of course, don't forget to lock your steering wheel with your seatbelt, whatever. Keep straight ahead when you remove your rack. Well, once I popped that off, I marked it just to be safe. And yeah, remove your bolts. Pan drops right out.